Hi, this is Rachelle Scrapcraftastic, and we are going to give these Dollar Tree Traveler's Notebooks a little makeover. So I don't know how long this is going to take. I don't know if I'm going to work on both at the same time or do them individually, but I definitely know I'm going to start with the rainbow version. So this is how it comes from the Dollar Tree. It is approximately an A6 size traveler's notebook. The inserts are about A6, not quite, but A6 would work perfectly in here. So we are going to add a little something to this to make it a little more special and more fun. So to start, I'm thinking I want to do something for the covers. So I think we're going to make, this may end up being a series of videos. I don't know. I'm a slow crafter. I think I've mentioned that before. So that is why when you see the series of videos, it's because it takes me a while. So yeah, never think that, especially when I do a time lapse, never think that I'm doing that quickly. It takes some time for me. That's just the way I work. I don't mind it taking a long time, but just know that some things just take a long time. Okay, so I'm going to start out by covering at least one of these notebooks. Now I have an idea because I feel like this one is a summery, has a summery feel with the boho rainbows and the white color, the light color. So, and then eventually I am going to take this off. I think I'll have to put the heat gun to it to get it off. But let's start with the notebooks. So they're basic lined notebooks covered in craft paper. They are stitched, not stapled, so I don't want to mess with the binding at all. I have an idea. I don't know if this is my original idea or if I saw it somewhere. But what I want to do is take, let's see, will I be able to do it this way? Yeah, I want to take a piece of cardstock, just plain white cardstock, and cover this, but on my cardstock I am going to use stickers that I probably will never ever use and make like a mosaic, a collage, I don't know. So I'm going to be using some of the stickers out of these two sticker books. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is watercolor. I've had them for years now, so I'm pretty sure I won't be using, I mean, you know, now all of them. So I'm going to put them to use here. Okay, so let's do it. And then I felt like these color schemes go with this. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and trim this paper down a little bit. I don't want it to be exactly the size of my notebook, especially as far as the height. But I want to leave a little excess so that I can trim if I need to. So I want to cut it right about here. So this, you can do this with any notebook. You could do this for dashboards, writing board. Well, I don't know if a writing board would work. Maybe one side of the writing board, because with a writing board you want a smooth surface without any rumples and bumples. So that might not work for that, but you get the idea. And I was even thinking about making my own traveler's notebook, doing something similar to this. We'll see how this goes. So the main issue is going to be getting this stickers on here straight. This has a lot of big quotes, and this has just a lot of boxes. So let's see what we can do. I don't know, I thought I saw more boxes in here. Oh, here we go. Some of this stuff I just know I'm not going to use, but I need to start with something. Oh, I'm always afraid to do stuff like this because I feel like I'm going to regret it. So let's start with the back. I'm going to go all the way to the edge. I think that way when I trim it, some of it will get trimmed off. That's fine. Why do I already feel like I'm going crooked? So yeah, okay, here's some of the ones that I saw over here. Let's do this floral. what made me think about this is I made this junk journal last night. This is a journal that I'm going to be using as a reference. So when I come up with ideas like the pocket that I made recently, or when I make things, whether I come up with it or if I learn how to do it from watching someone else, I'm going to put them in here and make pages, maybe make notes, draw out how to make it, whatever the case may be. But things like this will go in this reference journal. And I learned about reference journals from G.I. Kerr. I don't know how to, but yeah, G.I. Kerr. I'll put a link in the description box. But yeah, so this patchwork of scrapbook papers is what gave me the idea to do this for the cover, and then that would be a good way to use stickers that I am not using at present. So just on this big plans, can I get away with putting little stuff like this in between some of the boxes? I think so. It probably wouldn't have hurt for me to print dot grid on this. Nope, that's too far over. So that I could really line it up with the grid, but we'll just do the best we can with the ruler. I don't really want to put that next to that because it's a floral right next to it there. So let's see what else we can find. Ooh, yellow. That's a hard one. Let's go with the orange. And I need to put some more green somewhere. And I don't want to have to laminate this, but I probably will do the single-sided laminating that we've done before. Let's see how it goes. I need to put something in between those. I think I started going crooked, but we'll be okay. I'll know better next time. I probably should have started in the middle. It's just like laying tiles in your house. You should start in the middle if you want to have equal widths on the edges. But I didn't think of it, so. And I probably should have did some sideways, some up. Yeah, I can do better next time. Let's see. It's not too late. I need to put something little in between like I did before. Oh, here we go, right here. This probably will get cut off, but I'm gonna put something here, and next time I know to start in the center, which means I'm gonna have to draw some guidelines if I do. Let's use that. I probably wouldn't use that for anything. Okay, maybe I won't cut that side off. So this is what we're working with for the cover. Let's flip this over and burnish those stickers down good. You can use a bone fold or a score tool to do that with. You don't have to use your ruler. I just like to use the ruler because it covers more ground quickly. So I may leave that like that on the front and let it go around like that. Only problem is where it's going to fold at. Those stickers are going to want to come up. Now, like I could have did this on sticker paper too. I really didn't think. I just had the idea to put the stickers on here like this and ran with it. But yeah, you could actually put the stickers on the sticker paper, laminate the sticker paper, and then you don't have to worry about adhesive or gluing to the cover. You could just use your sticker paper to cover. So let's go ahead and turn on the laminator, and we can move these out of the way and get out the laminate sheet. Get ready to laminate this. And we're only going to laminate one side, and that's to protect the stickers. As you can see, once I start bending it, they are coming up. They're not sticking as well as you would think. So normally I would use 5 mil, but for something like this, I don't want to add extra bulk. I already, believe it or not, I don't like things laminated. I don't know if you find that hard to believe, since I do a lot of laminate projects, but I really don't like things laminated. I only do it when I have to. So to protect whatever it is I'm working with. So we only need one sheet of this, and I thought I had a sheet that was already available, but I'm just going to cut off where it's holding them together. And I know that I'm not thinking straight, so if I make a mess, just understand that I haven't had much sleep in the past few days because I've been dealing with the water heater issue. So, but I must trudge on. This is probably not cut straight. So this will be ready to go through once the laminator is hot. Okay, so this is a little different from when I did the cover a couple of months ago. So because I have my image in the center of the page, and the excess laminate was just going to stick to the margin around my image. Well, we don't have any excess for the laminate to stick to. So what I'm going to do is put it on this piece of paper, and what's going to happen is it's going to actually stick to the paper, but we'll just trim the paper off along with the excess laminate once we run it through the laminator. Let's see. Do these colors look nice with this? Yes, I think they do. What do you think? Let me know in the comments about how the colors look. Well, I guess I'll need the scissors again. I could cut this with the trimmer. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so the laminator says it's hot. Hopefully it knows what it's talking about. I'm not waiting as long as I normally do. So let's go on and see how this is going to work. Okay, so I think that's all we're gonna do. I don't think I need to run it through again. And let's try trimming it with the paper trimmer. Now remember, when you laminate things, there is a slight air bubble between the whatever you're laminating and the laminate. So we still have that air bubble. And remember, with some of the projects, if you break the air bubble, you break that seal. And actually, we could probably use that to our advantage in this case, but we won't get into that. Let's keep it simple. So let's go ahead and cut through right on the edge, and that will cut through that air bubble and separate us from the sheet of paper that we put under our cardstock. So you can see here, it's already coming loose from our main piece. I think I cut through something that time. Okay. Okay, so we released it from the extra paper, cut off the extra laminate. Let's put that away. Okay, so this is what we're working with for our cover. Let's get the notebook back over here. I don't think I'm going to trim more off the bottom. I'm going to trim the excess off the top. Now I'm just deciding, do I want to trim it before I put it on or after? I think I'm going to do it before, but I'm still going to leave a smidge more. So just in cases, it won't hurt for it to be slightly larger. So I need to trim that little bit off. Okay. I'm only going to cut a little bit off because I'm not sure that it's right, that our rectangular shape is squared. I don't think it is. Alright, so let's get busy putting this on. So if I let a little excess on the top and a little excess on the bottom, we should be good. You can use wet glue, tape, double-sided tape. I wouldn't suggest glue stick. Something you need a good holding glue. You could probably use Fabri-Tac 3-in-1, Fabri-Fix. All of those would work. I'm gonna use my double-sided tape only because I've been trying to use as much of it as I can. I don't want it to get old and stop working, and that can happen with adhesives, and I have had this tape for a couple of years, so I just feel like I need to use it as much as possible. And I know I had a comment about me using a lot of adhesive. I like things to stay together, and I live in a hot, humid area, so, and I'm sure that plays a role in how adhesives work and how long they last. So I just try to make sure that it lasts as long as it possibly can. I think this is 1-inch double-sided tape. Let's go this way. Cover more ground quickly. Same thing with this score tape. I don't know why. It's just like I was hating to use it because it's not cheap, but if I don't use it, it's gonna end up going in the trash. So I use my stuff. I don't want it to go in the trash. And it's already, this score tape is starting to yellow. That's how old it is. Burnish down the tape really well. Okay, here's the fun part. I'm gonna start here and here. Make sure we got the notebook with the top up. I'm pretty sure that's the top. I'm going to start with it open, but I'm not going to go over that spine with the notebook open. So I'm going to try and get this as close to the edge and as centered as possible, top and bottom. Let's see, it looks okay. That looks good. Go on and press that down and start removing the tape. So when you're doing this, you don't want to go over that spine with the notebook open, because it takes a little extra space on your cover when the spine is closed, when the notebook is closed. Spine is exposed this way. If you have it out flat, you're not going to get that extra space, and when you fold the notebook, it's going to pull your cover back. Even with adhesive on it, it's still going to pull, so you have to be careful with that. Let's go and take the rest of this tape off before I start sticking things down. So yeah, these plumbing problems really stress me out. When I first moved to Florida, the house that I was in had plumbing issues, and I felt like I was gonna go into so much debt with that house. I hated it. So it's just like ever since then, I just don't like plumbing problems. I can deal with other household issues, but when it comes to the plumbing, and then I'm stressed about kids being back in school. They've already started reporting cases at my kids' school. I'm just like, okay, what's the limit for me? Because some of the cases they're reporting were cases that happened before school even started. So I just don't know what to think at this point. I think I got all the tape off on that one. Yeah. So, yeah. And did I do what I said not to do? So just what I said would happen just happened. And I can't recover from that. Ooh, it's tearing my paper. So you see, while I was running my mouth, I wasn't paying attention. So now it's pulling back on the front here. When I fold it, when I open it up like this, it's okay. But when I fold it, it's a little short. Phooey. Okay. So no talking while crafting. I can kind of smash it around, I think, to get it right. I'm just gonna have to trim this off because it's sticking to my paper. So let me go ahead and trim this off. Can't believe I did that. And that tape is sticking well. So what I'm gonna do to allow for that, I'm just going to trim it off. Now I hope this doesn't make a bigger mess, but see how it's hanging over there? That's not what I want. It's just a little smidgen. And I don't understand why that's happening at this point, but let's get rid of it. So next time, I think I'm gonna go over onto the inside and make a pocket, and then we won't have that problem. So we're gonna probably do something similar for the other notebook. And now that we've learned our lesson and know to pay attention, maybe I'll pay attention the next time. And so you can learn from my mistake. So I'm just gonna line it up and cut that little slither off Really, it probably isn't that big of a deal, but I do want it to be nice, as nice and neat as possible. So I'm just going to use my X-Acto and try to cut these pages off carefully. Multiple cuts. Not too much pressure. That's better. It's a little rough on the edge because I need a new blade, but it's better. It did tear my paper right there. Okay, so that's our cover. I was thinking about rounding the corners. Let's see. Let's put it in here and see what it looks like. It's cute. It's a little stiff. Yeah, we're gonna round the corners. I just poked myself. So let's go ahead and round the corners. I don't know if it's best to do this with it folded or what, but that laminate will poke you. I'm gonna use the 1/4 inch side, and I'm gonna round the cover first. And I've decided not to cut off that little excess down there. I'm gonna leave that. So, because if I do something on the inside, maybe I'll come back and trim it, but for now I'm just gonna leave it. Okay. So now let's round the corners of the pages. Okay. Corners rounded. Okay, so this is what the cover looks like with the rounded corners. So even though we had a little snafu, I was able to fix it. And this is what it looks like. Now the inside, again, I'm leaving these for now because I'm probably going to come back and add something on the inside covers. Not sure what yet, but until then I won't trim that off. So this is what we got front, and this is the back. I think it came out pretty good for a first try. I think the next time I want to try something with the different shapes of stickers, maybe circles, not just boxes, and see how it goes. There's that. I also have this little planner clip that I'm going to use. Just put that on there. Kind of help hold it close. And that is it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that little gray bell so that you'll receive notification each time I upload a new video. Be sure to check the community tab and my stories for updates throughout the week. Also, check us out over at patreon.com/Scrapcraftastic for exclusive content and digital downloads. You can find me across social media at Scrapcraftastic. Visit my website and shop at Scrapcraftastic.com. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.